Send the brothers the link.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga.
Right where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies, this hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert, another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening, is effective. If revenge was a woman, I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him, this shit light work. It ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. 6 shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you will never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
We're gonna rock it out tonight. Scripture breakdown class live from DC. Also to next Wednesday, Commander John Yahanna gonna be doing the Feast of Hanukkah up there in Philadelphia, 41 Garrett Road, PA. Y'all go check it out. We're gonna be all the way up there doing the Feast of Hanukkah, doing it big. You all know that's this time of the year they like to say it's Christmas time. Yeah, Christmas is the Bible. Christmas is in the Bible, but the Bible says not to celebrate it. That's how it's in the Bible. It's not in the Bible as a holy day. It's not biblical. The Christian church is lying to you. Christmas is definitely not in the Bible. I'll probably touch on that tonight as well. That whole December 25th, all of that nonsense. It's all Roman. It has Roman significance, Roman and Greek significance. That has nothing to do with us. Our holiday is the Feast of Hanukkah, right? Feast of Hanukkah, where the Greeks came and sacked our temple, our school, our building, and took all the gold and took all the wealth out of our school and out of our temple. And of course, this family, the Maccabees family, right? Hamakobah, the Hammer, the family who's headed by Mattathias and his son Simon and Judas. They all, got down with the Lord and the Lord was with their hands in mighty battle, where they slaughtered the Romans and restored them back into, and restored our temple back to what it's supposed to be. All right. Trinidad, you mute your mic, all right? Mute your mic until it's time to talk. Okay? Any feedback? So what? I think it's good now. Whatever you did, it's good now. So what? So again, this time of the year is definitely not ours, right? It's not. This is not. It's supposed to be our time, but what's in the air right now, which is the whole Christmas spirit. That spirit is not our spirit. That spirit is the spirit of Satan. You know what I mean? It's the spirit of Satan. If you all have any questions, type them in the chat. Of course, like and share the stream to everywhere. If you're in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, please make sure you like and share the stream all over. All right. Go ahead, Shepard. Say again. You want me to move it? You probably could. Your brother might need a room, right? Yeah, just move it off to the side somewhere. It's the while. All right. If anybody has any questions, please type them in the chat. And we'll go from there. I'm gonna definitely open with what's it? That whole Christmas, all right? So they say Christmas is December 25th. All that is not in the Bible. Of course, now we're in the time of the what's it called? The winter solstice. Right? Somebody look up winter solstice for me. All right, we'll touch on it a little bit. Then we're gonna get into these heathens who have problems controlling their anger and their feelings. You know what I mean? They have issues controlling themselves. All right. We have a few things here to go through and read with it. And Lord allow we'll be able to make some sense out of this. All right. You have it, brother?
Sir.
Whenever you're ready.
Sir. The winter solstice, also called the hibernal solstice, occurs when either of Earth's poles reaches its maximum tilt away from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
This happens twice yearly, once in each hemisphere, northern and southern. For that hemisphere, the winter solstice is the day with the shortest period of daylight.
Right. So it's really the day by definition. It's the day with the shortest period of sunlight, right? And which is of course where I.S.U.P.K has the whole design of daylight savings time. That whole design of daylight savings time is because the daylight is so short. I mean, the sun is rising at what right now? 6:45? Just about 6:30. Let's say that 6:30, 6:45. Yeah, about 6:30, 6:45. At least where we are in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And the sun setting by what? 5:15. 5:15 is black outside, right? So that's less time for of good day sunlight. Again, think of it as a time where it's not like now, but think of it as a time where your slavery depended on good daylight. So that's why it shifted, because really it's fell back, right? So really the almost 7 o'clock that the sun is up would really be what time?
It would really be nighttime, pretty much.
No, well, okay, in the morning when the sun is just rising, when it's like 6:30, 6:45 a.m. What's the real time?
I'm not saying it.
It's 1 hour. Remember, fall back, spring forward. So right now we 1 hour behind. So when that sun rising, it's really 8 o'clock. It's really 7:45. The sun setting at the 5 something. It's really closer to 6. So imagine closer to 8, the sun is just coming up. You want your workers to already be at work, so you drop it back. So you understand? So now he dropped it back to 7. So by the time 8 in this fantasy world, the sun is up.
Right.
But it's really 9 o'clock when you really check the actual time. Like the rest of the world or other parts of the world, I wouldn't say the rest of the world, because Europe also does daylight savings. But other parts of the world, like the brothers in Trinidad, we start. It's 8 p.m.
Slack, yes, sir. I know I was just going to add to what you were saying, because for us, the daylight savings kind of strange to us now, because it pretty much the same time for us here. You understand? So when you all go like an hour behind, right? The time frame for us will just be kind of strange.
It don't change because y'all don't do the daylight savings. The daylight savings is an adjustment so that the employees could get to the plantation, could get to the farm, could get to the factories when it's bright outside. You get the point? Now, because of where Trinidad is situated much closer to the equator, it's on the widest part of the earth when you look at it. So there will be some shortage in daylight, right? Like right now in Trinidad, what time does the sun go down?
So like I said, just about by maybe 6, a little after 6, the sun already getting dark.
It's already getting dark around 6:15. By 6:30, it's dark. Right? Now, in the middle of the August vacation, what time is the sun going down?
More like maybe almost 7 o'clock. You would still be seeing.
You still get some light. Exactly. So you're not affected as much by the shorter days. Like you're losing an hour. You get the point? You're really losing an hour. And when I say losing an hour, just think daylight. How many hours there's light in the day? So in Trinidad, the sun is coming up. What time is it bright outside? By 6 o'clock, it's bright in the morning. Right? 6 o'clock here is dark. You get the point? And really, 6 o'clock here is your 7 o'clock. You understand? They just decided on a certain day we're gonna start the day earlier, so people would have more daylight to function in, and not lose actual daylight, because this part geographically, this part of the earth gets affected by the sunlight during this winter solstice. So that's really the premise of it, right? So you have that going on, and with the winter solstice, just like with summer solstice or whatever else, the heathens always tend to do what? What do the heathens always tend to do when following these things? Come on.
Yeah, like they tend to offer food, and they have like orgies and stuff like that,
or have food offerings, attributes, parties of excess or debauchery. That's what they'll call it, right? Debauchery or bacchanal, or worshiping of the goddess Bacchus or the god Bacchus, and it's all worshiping what's going on in nature. You get the point? The heathens see the sun is bright and gives light and vitamin D and all of that stuff. The heathens worship the sun. The wind blows and cools everything down. They worship the wind. The rain falls and helps the crops to germinate and grow. They worship the rain. It's the same thing. The heathens, the pagan people, worship natural things, physical things, right? We worship the creator who makes the physical things. So right around this time, you have what's called them lights, the northern lights. You heard of those things, right? Okay. The northern lights, where they have the something Aurealis. I forget the name of it. I used to know them things before, right? I forget it. What's the name of the thing in the sky? They call it northern lights, but they have another name for it. Something Boris Aurealis, some shit like that in the sky, where certain parts, like Alaska, Antarctica, the southern parts and the most northern parts, they have this display of light in the sky, right? And it's because the earth is tilted. It's because of the, you know, the refraction of the light, you know, coming from the stars and everything, and the reflection from somewhere. And the sky down here looks like a you know, like one of them cars from Fast and Furious, one of them neon and, you know, light pink and all kind of stuff in the sky, right? And they look at that and they worship it. Come on, what's your
Aurora Borealis?
That's it.
Borealis.
Aurora Borealis, whatever, something Ellis, right? Ellis, right? So, and they worship those things and have been worshiping it for years, have been worshiping it and following it, and from there is where you get your Christmas celebration, because that, you know, winter solstice and worshiping that was, you know, around long ago. So Christmas is in the Bible, but the Bible says don't celebrate it. Let's get Jeremiah 10. Come on.
It's like we got a question in the chat.
All right, go ahead.
Come, sir. Said he want to break down. Justice said, can I get a breakdown on the 666 part of Revelation 13? Is it just the same as the beast?
I got you. No sweat. I got you with that. Yeah, stick with me. I'm gonna break that down for you. All right. Who have Jeremiah 10? All right. Whoever have it, go ahead and read Jeremiah 10 and 1.
Can.
Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speak unto you, O house of Israel.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Right, stop right there. Stop right there. This is the Lord talking to the children of Israel. And he's saying, hear ye the word of the Lord. This is Jeremiah speaking on behalf of the Lord to the children of Israel. Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Israel. Learn not the way of the heathen. That's the first thing he said. Do not learn the ways of the heathens. Don't try to understand it. Don't try to, you know, attribute it to yourself. Don't try to adopt it into something that's in you. Don't try to make this thing about you. And you're seeing it happening so much all over the place right now with this Christmas spirit. A lot of people go into jail this winter because of Christmas. You're stealing from the damn company. You're skimming money. You're doing all kind of stuff to buy gifts. To buy gifts for some hoe or gifts for some kids that probably ain't even yours. You don't even know it. And the kids hate you any goddamn way. You get it? Come on, Shapar.
So we have one more question before that. I missed that one. I.S.U.P.K asked, can you go shopping on Christmas?
Shopping for what? Well, I go shopping at the gas pump. I choose between regular when I feel fancy. I get premium. When I feel a little fancy, when I get a little extra cash. You get the point? When Eve come through with some extra cash, I say put some premium in that bitch, baby. We gonna splash tonight. we go. I'll be honest and say we gonna F up tonight. Put some premium in that joker. You get the point? So that's shopping too. Hell. So it depends. What are you shopping for? What are you going shopping for? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. What are you shopping for? Go ahead.
Salakia and Justice also said, Salakia Captain, I forgot to put Salakia Sir, if I may, on my question.
No sweat. I got you, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you wording it like that. You teaching me. I trying to learn that thing too. You know what I mean? What's good on Mafia? Mafia, bring your camera a little closer or straight up. It's kind of leaning down from under. If you could straighten it up and get closer to you, it would be better. Musa and Christ, sir. All right, so whoever, the brother, is it brother or sister? Who said it? Who asked the question? You could put the question up on the screen.
I don't know if it's a sister, but
you could always put the question on the screen too, all right? So everybody sees it. You got to tell me what you're going shopping for. All right, what you're going shopping for, and why can't you shop any other day? All right. So Jeremiah is telling us, don't learn the ways of the heathen. Make sure you don't follow the heathens. And it's very important because the heathens are very carnal, very, very sensual, very lust-filled. And when I say sensual, meaning they respond to the physical things a whole lot. And because of that, You could misconstrue their excitement and their verve for righteousness. You could misconstrue how they operate around this time, all the carols and everybody smiling and laughing. And the heathens, they don't give a damn. They do what the hell they feel to do. Like that heathen woman, Mafia, what's her name again?
Natalie Rumpnow.
Rumpnow didn't care about Christmas, but she delivered everybody something in their socks Monday. Some hot ones she put in their socks on Monday. She didn't care nothing about Christmas. You get the point? And that's what we're gonna get into tonight. She talked about how she was depressed and blah 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 blah. Because Christmas is a depressing time. Some people get love, but there's other people who don't get no love, who don't feel loved around this time. And that's why the Lord said, don't follow the ways of the heathens. Keep reading.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen.
Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Meaning you look up and you see, the aurora borealis, or, a shooting star, or a drone, like what's going on right now. Over the past few weeks, people losing their minds over some goddamn drone because Americans scared about being spied on. Something spying on them, some spying. You look up in the sky and you get dismayed at the signs in the sky. You get dismayed at some star, like the Muslims do with the Ningal and Nana, where the little star meet the moon. You get dismayed at, the sun coming up at a certain time. An eclipse happens, you get dismayed. Like this thing will shift your whole day. You get dismayed at constellations, and you say, well, because you was born when this constellation was in the sky, you are a Cancer or Aquarius, and you a dummy. You're an absolute dummy. Do you know that whole, they say the constellations move. The constellations move every how much ever 1,000 years. You could look it up and see. So the original, they say the constellations date all the way back. His horoscopic constellations date all the way back to Egypt. And they say the constellations that was there during that time is not in those positions now. But that's the constellations everybody attribute their birthstone to today. So if you was a Cancer back then with Pharaoh, that shit is gone today, dummy. You don't even know what you is today. You get the point? You should do some research on them constellations before some dumb broad out. What's your sign, dummy? Yeah, you don't understand. You don't understand life. You don't know what's going on. You just getting dismayed at the times. Things are moving around, but because it's marketable and plausible, you buy all the way into it. Do not be dismayed at them signs. Go ahead.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Exactly. The heathen is the one who get caught up with it, with all this. The heathens get caught up. They get dismayed. They get worried. They get this. Listen, black people don't care about them damn drones in the sky. You know why? Who knows why? Who knows why? And just think real simple. Why we don't give a damn about them drones in the sky?
Is it because they got a lot of other problems that they're dealing with?
They have a lot of other problems they're dealing with. There's something else. You're right, but there's something else.
Shalaki.
Come on, Mafia.
We don't got the money to afford them.
We don't got the money to afford them, but still, there's something else.
They live a life how they want to.
Something else. Black people are used to that damn helicopter in the sky over our neighborhoods. We used to that helicopter flying low, shaking up the windows, the spotlight all over the place. We used to that since Rodney King. You think we care about some, table-sized damn thing with wings? You think that bothering us? That not bothering, that doesn't got nothing to do with us. But of course, the heathen, Karen, oh my God, there's lights in the sky. Come call the Navy, call the Marines. Black people don't give a damn about that because the iron bird was in the sky long before that. And that bird meant something. It meant a brother was going to jail. It meant somebody got shot. It meant what? The neighborhood, the block won't be hot for a few days. starting tonight. That bird in the sky whole night, you can't sleep, making a ton of noise, swinging back around. That's in our neighborhoods. That ain't happening in Beverly Hills. That ain't happening in, Bethesda or Arlington. That happening where we are at. Go ahead.
It's Salaki, the capabilities of the thing. We standing in between two buildings in the cut one night, and the helicopter had to be like a quarter mile to like a half a mile away. Like it wasn't even close. And it just put the spotlight straight on us and started coming to it. By the time he get here, we ain't
But by the time you done gone, he done seeing you too. I'm gonna tell you that helicopter in DC. Somebody Google the cost of that eye in the sky. I think DC just bought one or upgraded to one about 6 months ago. Just Google the cost of that thing. It should come right up. And I think that woman, Mayor Bowser, she just put some guap money down for that damn thing. Come up here.
6.2 million, sir.
How much?
6.2 million.
How much?
6.2 million.
We don't got time to study about no damn drone act. There's a $6.2 million bird in the sky that will put black people in jail. We don't care about no goddamn drone. But the heathen, he see a drone. Oh my God. What's going on? Trump, tell us what's going on. The FBI, say what's going on. They just made that damn things. They just made. When the real light in the sky come, I want to see how they're going to act then. Right. You all know what I'm talking about. Let's keep reading.
For the custom of the people are vain.
For the customs of the people are vain. The heathens, what they do, the things they do that are custom, are absolute vanity. It means nothing. It's nothingness, a whole ton of meaningless nothingness, just horrible as hell and wasting time, energy, and money. And you best believe, you just pay attention to the news between now and January 20th. And there's a lot of people going to go to jail. A lot of people going to have house fires because of that damn Christmas tree, because it's a bomb you're making in your damn house. A lot of people there's going to be an increase in domestic violence, an absolute increase in, full out stabbings and beatings and choppings and you name it. It's going to be that because that is the Christmas spirit. That's the heathens. Go ahead.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with an axe.
That's it. Like the heathen, one of them heathens, that's why I say for one of them heathens cut a tree out of the forest. Go into the forest and cut that tree out. The work of the workman with the axe. Go ahead.
Verse 4. They deck it with silver and with gold.
Go ahead.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born.
Right. So Slacky, go ahead.
Because they cannot go.
Right, because they cannot go. Right, they cut it out of the forest. They fasten it with nails and a hammer. They deck it with silver and gold. Hold on, let me see if I could share something here with you all that what's going to happen. Right, because that's the old school Christmas tree. But them new ones, brother, they putting them. Some people putting them in there with all them lights. Some people that put water under the tree and put lights all under it and wonder why the thing catching a fire and have the lights going all night long. Y'all seeing what's going on here. These firemen is showing you how quick a fire could start and then just engulf your house. Right? That's why they have the timer there. It's like 13, 14 seconds, 15, 16, 17, 18. Within 20 seconds, that whole room is gone. And that's what's going to happen a whole lot during the season because it is made at the signs of the time, at the signs of the sky. You don't understand that this tree is not alive. It's not what the Lord wants. It's the way of the heathen. And it must needs be born, meaning you have to do everything for this tree. You have to carry it. You have to stand it up, make sure it don't fall down, make sure it don't die and wilt. If you have a real tree, people buy the plastic trees now. You got to decorate it. You got to put clothes on it damn near and decorate it, make it look nice. You sing to the tree, and the tree don't say thank you. The tree don't say you have a good voice. Nothing like that. Go ahead.
So like I said, I got some stats on Christmas tree fire.
Come on with it.
A Christmas tree fire. A Christmas tree can catch fire in as little as 25 seconds.
Come on, man. Listen, I think that's the video I was just playing. That's if you notice, if you see at the bottom there, there's a timer. On the bottom right, there's a timer. You see it?
I don't have the same thing, I don't think.
Oh, you watching the stream, y'all?
I want to stream, y'all. Let me see.
Yeah, you can just watch the stream, y'all. It's on there.
Different.
Yep. Go ahead. Keep going.
Car, sir. And flames can spread to nearby items within 10 seconds. Flash over when combustible materials ignite simultaneously can occur 63 seconds after the tree starts burning.
That's what this is. Them firemen doing a whole mock showing you how everything go, and that timer they're showing you. It's showing it's running down. The whole room gonna be in flames within about 25 seconds.
Okay.
That time you done sleep and full of eggnog, full of punch of cream, full of what Levi does drink. I think the same thing. They only put the creamers, full of that. And this was going on downstairs. That's why when you wake up the next morning and you see how much people perish in a fire, and you want to know how that happened, this is how it happened. That's how it happened. Because we just made the signs at the time and following after the heathens. Like Christmas is not our culture, it's not our tradition. The Bible said, do not celebrate it, man. Do not celebrate it. You're playing with your life trying to celebrate Christmas. Commander and Yahanna going to be doing the Feast of Hanukkah. This year it fell on December 25th, and thank the Lord for it, because while the Christians cutting pork, we're going to be in there remembering how them brothers went and hazarded their lives to restore to us that temple of the Lord, to restore to us the things of the Lord. There's another video here I want to show you all too. This is what's going to happen a whole lot during Christmas time. Hold up. Bear with me. Oh, there we go.
Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
In my mind.
Just in case they ban us. But let me start it over. This dude he bought the Christmas tree tied to the top of his SUV. Another dude saw the Christmas tree and said, you know what? I ain't going shopping for nothing. I'm going to take yours. Put it in his damn car and drove the hell off with that damn thing. That's your Christmas. That's Christmas. That's what everybody going to be singing jingle bells about. That's what everybody going to be up in arms and, Merry Christmas and all that about. You're going to commit a whole ton of crime and sin and get yourself in a ton of nonsense. Do not celebrate Christmas. Leave it to hell alone. You don't need to shop. Them kids don't need no damn toys. They don't need none of that thing, man. They need to learn something that will help them in life. You teach them about profit. The average child can't tell you what a profit is. Get the point? Now I'm talking about a profit like in the Bible. I'm talking about profit and loss, Negro. I'm talking about I give you $5 and you pay for this and that. They don't understand math. They go to the store, whatever the computer says is the change, and you telling them the change is wrong, and the computer says so. Dummy, you made the computer. Them kids need to be taught something. That's the gift they need. Education, to learn something. You don't need to go broke for them at this time. You really don't need to. You're gonna go broke, and by January can't pay no bills. You're starting off, that whole so-called New Year on your back foot because you done spent everything you had for Christmas. It's ridiculous. All right. Where we at, Chappelle? The question with the 666, and what was the other one? The shopping one.
Kind of shopping one was first.
Okay, did the person ever say what they're shopping for?
Nah, I didn't see any response.
No sweat. Just go back up and check it. Make sure you
know
what I mean. And you could reread their question. What was their actual question?
Can you go slop? Get right to it. I was checking for a response. Can you go shopping? I believe the sister name was.
You could put the question up in the on the screen too. All right.
Common call, sir.
Go ahead.
She put her name down here, but I think it was like Sisters Shatara, something like that.
Okay.
Say, can you go shopping on Christmas?
Okay. Again, so just to clear up that question, you need to tell me what you want to go shopping for. Like, what do you need that on December 25th that you can't get at any other time, right? Until you tell me that, this is what I would assume. I would assume that you're probably new in the truth, you're young in the truth, and you miss the Christmas feeling. You miss that anticipatory feeling, that excitement, and that that good anxiousness that people get. They have to go and they had to leave early in the morning and go to the store and feel out this and get this on sale and buy this and put stuff in the car. There's some people that's addicted to that type of experience. You get the point? There's a lot of people who are addicted to that. Even that whole Black Friday thing, everybody buying stuff online now. There's some people it's like, I want to go back to the store, to the fighting and pulling. They're addicted to that thing. Go ahead.
So like, I believe we read about that another class called mass hysteria.
That's it. It's something that it gets inbred in you. And once it's in you, you ain't coming out of that thing, even, no matter how old you are, right? It's different for different people, but for the most part of it, it's in you. It's in you, and you just have to do it. You have to, the last minute shopping, and I have to get these, and I have to make these eggs and do this and run back home, and just getting all the way up into the whole spirit of it. Unless you're going to tell me why you have to go in there on December 25th, I'm going to assume you're full of the Christmas spirit and you want a license to go out there and shop. This is what I'll tell you. You could go ahead and join death if you want to. You could go ahead and join the madness if you want to. Go ahead and join, the antichrist behavior if you want to. But in here, it's an ordinary day for us. Right. It's an absolutely ordinary day. I would advise anybody to stay away from these stupid crowds. So I'll tell anybody up in here who's not, with that Christmas nonsense, don't even go around the store. Just get your stuff the week before. Like really, you would have made your groceries about last week for the next 2 weeks. So you ain't had to deal with all that New Year's and Christmas nonsense. You get the point? Go ahead, Shaprat.
It's like I'm just gonna say pretty much what you said. Like I remember right before Thanksgiving, I know they had a Black Friday on that Friday, so I had to go grab something. I went on Wednesday, and turned out they still had the same sales anyway.
The sales now is for the whole month because America been hurting for the whole COVID. You get the point? They've been hurting for the whole COVID. So really, that's it. Because as far as I know, there ain't no Christmas sale. Is stuff cheaper on December 25th? As far as I know, yeah. I mean, if you're talking the Black Friday stuff on the Cyber Monday, that's a whole different thing. You're going for the bargain. But you go into the store to shop on December 25th because you are full of the Christmas spirit. You full of it. You want to be part of it, and you haven't let go of it unless you type in your reason. Like if you have a reason that's not what I'm saying, I can understand it. If not, then that's really what it is. You might just want to examine yourself. All right. Good to go. Boom. So I'll do the 666 with the topic. All right. Unless there's any more questions.
Come on, sir. Justice said, "Can I get a breakdown?" And he said, "Salakia, sir, if I may, get a breakdown on the 666 part of Revelation 13. Is it just the same as the beast?"
All right, we could let's get that now real quick. All right, it's all over Revelation really, and all over the Bible, right? His specific one was in what? Revelation 13?
Come, sir.
Who find it? Whoever find it first, go ahead and read, all right?
Come, sir. Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse...
I don't think it's 13.
16.
Is it 16?
It's chapter 13.
Chapter 13.
Verse 16.
Verse 16. All right, let the young brother read, all right?
Come, sir.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
And he causes all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand,
mm-hmm.
or in their foreheads.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hand the mark,
mm-hmm.
or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
All right. So, of course, this is talking about the oppressor, the devil, right? And it's saying this oppressor, when he has his empire and his kingdom, he's going to force certain things on people, right? And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This mark is not a physical mark. People are going to tell you it's a physical mark, just like it's not a physical beast. It's not an actual, rhinoceros on a head on a man's body sitting in the White House. It's a beast because of the characteristic of who he is. It's a beast because of that. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they beast. You know why? Because they will devour little children. They want to pass laws where you could abort the baby after birth, at birth. That's a beast. That's an absolute beast that would do something like that. So this mark is not a literal mark. It's metaphorical, like beast is metaphorical. And the mark in your right hand and the mark in your forehead, who knows? The mark in your right hand, what is it?
Mark in your right hand will be you forcefully using force, like the military or the police, to push the ideal of the beast of our oppressor, white supremacy.
Yeah, the mark in that right hand. That's why they say in your right hand, all right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
The mark in your right hand, because traditionally your right hand would be a strong hand, your mighty hand, right? It's you taking up weapons to fight for the beast, fight for his ideology, fight for his ways, fight for his way of life. So you're right, starting with the military, your police, also those people who fight each other during Christmas time. They got the mark of the beast in their hand. You get the point?
Okay.
Those who would, fight to promote his own thing, who would shed blood, who would, do violent acts to promote or to push his agenda, you have the mark in your hand. Your hand now belongs to him. Your hands, your members will do whatever it is to promote what the beast wants. What's the mark in your forehead? Or what you think the mark in your forehead is? Go ahead. If the mark in your hand, in your right hand, is not a physical mark, but it's more so, it's marked like how we say, like how we would say, I'm clocking you. I'm clocking you, meaning I'm watching you. I'm marking your time. I'm looking and seeing what you're doing. The mark in your hand means by what you do, you're showing me that you're marked. You are separated for him, or you are on that side. So what the mark in your forehead would be? Go ahead.
That you either have your mind made up of what you're going to do.
You onto it. Like the mark in your forehead is now his philosophy is in your mind. His philosophy is in your mind, and nothing could change it. You get the point? Nothing could change it. The philosophy of the beast is fully embedded in you. You know who had the mark of the beast? All them women who wanted to go vote for Biden. They had the mark in their mind. They moved mountains and spent a whole ton of money to go vote for a beast who was, utterly insane. They got the mark. Your Christian preachers, Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, they got the mark in their mind, in their forehead. You get the point? They're all about America, all about Christianity, all about a woman's right to choose, all about Christmas, all about democracy. They done took the mark. Them people in Syria right now, they took the mark in their right hand and in their forehead. Them rebels who overthrew their leader Assad, and now they want democracy. They want to bring in democracy. They done accepted the mark. They done accepted the mark. Before that, they were ruled by Bashar al-Assad, who was a friend of Russia. And Russia was sanctioned by America. So, of course, all them sanctions is trickling down to everybody who is with Russia. So, meaning what? They were not allowed to. They were not allowed to what? Who knows?
Like buy, trade, like everybody.
They were not allowed to buy and sell, because that's what we just read. Read 16 again.
Revelation 13, verse 16.
No, Salaki, that's not in 16. I think it's somewhere after or before. Keep reading though.
Start at 18, sir?
No. Where's it say buy or sell? That's probably not another chapter. But it's talking about the same thing. Where it say rich or poor, that they cannot buy or sell. 17. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say is verse 17.
17 to what? Go ahead and read it out.
Revelation 13, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hand the mark,
mm-hmm.
or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right, rich or poor, small or great, that receive his mark, no man would buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or his name. That's what the mark of the beast is. Right? Come on.
So like I always also have the Lord's mark if you want that too.
No, not that yet. We ain't finished break down this mark yet. All right. Keep reading. 18.
Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right? This is for him who have wisdom. Let him understand that the number of this beast is the number of a man or the number of men. And it's 600, 3 score and 6. 3 score, a score is 20, 3 score is 6. So 666. 666 is the number of men that are in rulership, that push, promote, and fight for this beast, that promote his ideology, promote his religion, promote his way of life, and also will push to shed blood for the ideology, the religion, the way of life. It's the number of men. It's not, you see 666 somewhere and all of a sudden the room haunted or the door haunted or somebody have a tattoo 666 and it's haunted and, you ought to do this all the time. And that's all that is nonsense. That's from the movies. That's from our oppressor, because again, our oppressor is carnal. He's a beast. He's literal. He doesn't have understanding like you and I. If anything, we teach him so much. Like you listen to the news right now, they use our lingo. They would say this person was trying to get at this person, or they would say they use it so frequently in the news reporting, and I catch it every time. Just kind of some of them ain't coming to mind now. But they use our lingo, swag. You had a whole weather reporter from New York was doing all the dances on TikTok. He couldn't dance to save his life, but he done put that into his routine to make America, just watch him more. You have American children using all our language. You'll say, oh, that's fire. You hear them saying that on news. Now we say it, they would make fun of us 20, 30 years ago. What do you mean fire? Is it on fire? Do you need water? It's just how we talk. You get the point? So they take it all and adopt it into their whole culture for everything. Because before us, they didn't understand, the gift of God. They didn't understand talking fly. They didn't understand talking slick. They didn't understand talking, poetic. They didn't understand expressions that was not literal. They had no understanding of it. So, of course, they see this and they read a mark. It must mean a physical mark in your hand. They see a mark. They say mark in your forehead. It means you must have a mark in your forehead. You must have something engraved in your forehead for it. They say it's a beast. They think there's some man with a mask, a silicone mask, and under that mask is a big old dragon head. That's what they think. You get the point? The 666 here is not a literal number. It's the number of men, right? On the converse side, Shapat, go ahead.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right? That's what the Lord wanted Ezekiel to do. Go through the midst of the city and set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for the abominations that was done. But does he want Ezekiel to go through and physically mark these men like the Christian church? Christian church on Ash Wednesday, they take ashes and they mark you with a cross on your head. Everybody who come up, mark you with a cross on your head. That's not what the Lord mean. He mean separate these men. Mark them like, take a note of these men who stand on my side, right? So now you have men who stand with the oppressor. You have men who stand with the Lord. The number of men who stand with the oppressor, when I say the number of men, not speaking about everybody in the world, but the men who have power, who are in the governments of the oppressor, pushing his agenda, pushing his antichrist spirit, pushing his things that are against the Lord, are 666 men. The men who stand with the Lord to push the Lord's agenda and his spirit and what he likes are 144,000, 12,000 from each tribe. And that's the men the Lord told Ezekiel to go and seal, meaning go and raise these men up and teach these men and separate them from the world. So just to answer your question, that 666 is the number of men that rule in the government of the oppressor. I want to say government, don't think just one government. Just think the Lord has a government that's all over the world. That's made up of 12,000 from each tribe. Satan has a ruling body that's all over the world. And they decide and they push and they force and they make legislation and they, amass armies and physical strength to commit violence to push Satan's agenda. Right? That's who your 666 is. That's what it is. I hope that answered the justice's question. All right. Good to go? Okay. So let's get to Wisconsin. All right. I don't know where to begin with this one here, but yeah, go ahead.
So I have a question, right? I just want to find out, like, when you go up in space and thing, how you see and how that is, like how them, what is it called, them astronauts and them will go up in space, right? And they shouldn't be there, right? And when I was a final in the ocean,
okay,
we shouldn't be down in like certain depths of the ocean.
Okay, I wouldn't say you shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be there. They put it like that. He shouldn't be there. But I wouldn't say you shouldn't be there. He definitely shouldn't be there. Now, as far as the exploration and stuff like that, I wouldn't go that far either. Like, man has always explored. Man has always, climbed mountains, sailed the seas, went into the valleys. As so that part there is more, that's the human nature of things. You're going to go and you're going to explore. Now, the oppressor going out into space means there's trash in space, means there's, waste, a ton of wasted energy going on. You going into space is something else, right? The oppressor going down to the ocean and exploring the ocean means there's going to be trash in the ocean. It's going to mean that fishes are going to be extinct because of how we're going to just trawl everything and fish everything and, pull the seine and pull everything up. You going into the ocean means something different. You get the point? You have a different spirit than he does. Just think Obadiah. If robbers came to thee by night, how would they be cut off? Wouldn't the grape gatherers just gather what they need and leave? But this oppressor, there's no end to him. So he can't go anywhere. You understand?
Can.
So the issue is not really him going into space or going into the ocean, because why? He went into countries and took all the oil. I know you know what I'm talking about. He done robbed Trinidad. Trinidad was an oil and gas rich country. And who do you know? What companies you know in Trinidad that deals with oil and gas?
Can plenty. So it's a BP, it's a EOG.
Slow down, Sean. BP stands for what?
British Petroleum.
British Petroleum. And the petroleum is in a Caribbean country far away from Britain. What else you have?
We have EOG, oil, energy, and gas.
Who's them?
Same thing from England. They're from England too.
Right? You ever heard of Amoco?
Can.
What does Amoco stand for? American Oil Company.
It's at BP Amoco.
Right. That's British Petroleum and Amoco. They had a alliance. Amoco stands for American Oil Company.
Can.
Schlumberger. You ever have Schlumberger or Schlumberger?
Can. They're still down
That's
there.
a German company. German or Dutch, I forget which one. All of them would come down there and just take. And why is Trinidad poor now? When you have how many million cubic feet of oil and gas? How in the hell are we poor? How the Saudis got oil and they build in Dubai? We got oil and we can't even survive because the white man is the problem. So don't think him going into space is an issue. Just think anywhere he goes is an issue. You get the point? He needs to be in jail. He needs to be tied up like a dog.
Can.
He needs to be tied up. You know how you tie a dog and the dog knows it could only go that far? That's what the oppressor needs. He needs to be tied to a tree, tied to a fence. He needs to be given a boundary. He can't go into space. He can't go into the ocean. As far as we know, he shouldn't even be in the schools because he's shooting every goddamn thing up.
Right.
He can't go. That's really where you want to go with it. You get the point?
Can.
That's where you want to go with it. Because, brother, we go somewhere, we make the place better. We go somewhere, we fix the spot. We check to see what's going on. We help the animals out. We say, okay, these animals need to be over here. The horse needs to be over there. The elephant there. Put that. Don't ride the cow. Tie what's called that thing? What's the thing the cow? Tie the plow onto the cow or the bull and let the bull pull the plow. Don't ride the bull. Ride the horse. Don't eat the horse. Eat the bull. We could go anywhere. Because we got the Lord's Spirit, which is intelligence, real intelligence, not artificial. He can't go anywhere. It don't really matter space, underwater, anywhere. He just can't go. You had to tie him up. You had to tie him somewhere and just leave him there with a bowl of food and water, and that's that. But you could go anywhere. You get the point?
Can.
Go ahead, Shapar.
It's like I said, I think you said it at camp one time. Our oppressor being in charge of the world is like you leaving home and leaving your youngest child in charge.
Yeah, it's you're gonna come back and you're not gonna have a house. They're gonna be on the front lawn playing with matches, and you're gonna say, "Daddy, look at the big fire I made." You see it? Isn't it great? That's the oppressor. Like the oppressor is peeing in space. Before this modern time, with our Apollo 13 and all of that, they would let the piss out in space from the damn shuttle. But he'll give me a ticket for peeing on a tree. I pull out the side of the road and take a piss on the side of the road, I'll get a ticket. Or big deal he'll make. He in space, let him piss out. He can't go nowhere. You get the point? You and I could. You get it, Sean?
Can.
Right? But of course, these things like the firmament is there to keep you know, to have that protection from the sun, keep certain things. I can't say for sure if the Lord meant for us to never venture out or never go into the depth. Like man could swim, a man could, you know, sail the ocean. He could go wherever and climb mountains and do different things. But this oppressor, he can't do anything but be a slave to the children of Israel. Like him being a slave, that's when, you know, the earth going to be right in order. He going to be working 24-hour shifts, you know, all that uranium, all that radioactive energy that he using to make war, brother. We're going to light up the planet with that shit. You understand? You give an Israelite real power, you're going to really see what he could do. All right? All right, so where we at now? Good to go? No more questions, right? So now we onto the mass unaliving that happened. Well, they say it's not a mass shooting anymore, right? According to the I believe the FBI, there is a difference between a mass shooting and an active shooting incident. Somebody look up the difference. What's the difference between a mass shooting and an active shooting incident? Shupad, you could kill this here for me. All right. And also to Mathia, if you could, yeah, that's just that one. If you could pull the article just to get the news story on what happened Monday. Right, Monday in Wisconsin. You got it?
That's like it, sir. I'm typing it in right now for it.
No sweat. If anybody else has it, let me know. Go ahead, Al.
The difference between an active shooter. The FBI defines an active shooter as an individual actively engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in a polluted area.
In a public?
On the Salakia.
Populated.
Yes.
Populated area. So read it again from the top.
The FBI defines an active shooter as an individual actively engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in a populated area.
Right, an individual who attempted to kill or unalive people in a populated area. That's an active shooter, right? That's somebody, some individual, some human being with a firearm that attempted to put people down in any populated area. That's an active shooter. Give me, was mass shooting?
Oh, it says right here, it says the term mass shooting can refer to a firearm-related event with various outcomes depending on which definition is being used. That's the one.
That's the only thing it give you? All right. If you find another one, the definition I saw was a mass shooting is any incident with a active shooter in which 4 more people have died. So what happened in Wisconsin, they do not consider that a mass shooting because less than 4 people died. You get the point? Okay. No, the white man, he is ridiculous with his stats because I need the article from Monday because I think it's about 3 or 4 people got shot. I think 2 died and the rest was wounded. Right? Who has it? Super, do you have anything? Come on.
A mass shooting is a violent crime in which one or more attackers use a firearm to kill or injure multiple individuals in rapid succession. Mm-hmm. There is no widely accepted specific definition, and different organizations tracking such incidents use different criteria. Mm-hmm. Mass shootings are generally characterized by the targeting, often indiscriminate, of victims in a non-combat setting. Mm-hmm. And thus the term generally excludes gang violence, shootouts, and warfare. Mass shootings may be done for personal or psychological reasons, such as by individuals who are deeply disgruntled, seeking notoriety, or are intensely angry at a perceived grievance, though they have also been used as a terrorist tactic, such as when members of an ethnic or religious minority are targeted. The perpetrator of an ongoing mass shooting may be referred to as an active shooter.
Right, hold on. Let me give you another definition here, right? And I'll tell you this is according to who.
It's like that was Wikipedia, sir. No
sweat. Give me a second. That's good too. That definition is definitely good. Hold on. Bear with me one. All right, give me the article from Monday with Wisconsin. All right, we lost Mathia. Right, on Monday, you had a shooting at a school up there in Wisconsin, a Catholic school, right? And you know, this particular incident, some young girl went in there and put the hurt on her classroom. All right, that's supposed to be the girl there. And the name of the school is Abundant Life Christian School. There's so much lies in that name there. I can't even begin to tell you. Abundant Life. Who got it? You have any article of it on?
Comcast.
Go ahead.
Teen suspect in Delhi, Wisconsin school attack points to rarity of female shooters. The 15-year-old girl alleged to have shot 7 victims, 2 fatally, in an attack on Monday at a Wisconsin Christian school marks the rare occurrence of a female school shooter.
A rare occurrence of a female school shooter, right? According to, now I'm going to be going in between the article here with you, right?
Okay.
According to K-12 school shooting database, for this year alone, there has been more than 320 shootings that have taken place on school grounds. So I'm trying to tell you, the news is not giving you the real deal. There have been more than 320, right? Since 2000, an FBI review of active shooter incidents from 2000 to 2019 found that of the 345 total perpetrators, 332 were men, just 13 were women. Similar stats bear out when it comes to mass shootings, which the FBI defines as any incident in which at least 4 people are killed with a gun. That's how they identify a mass shooting versus an active shooter. So Monday's incident does not meet that criteria. You understand? So it wasn't a mass shooting, that was an active shooter, because I think she killed 1 teacher, 2 people?
Just 2 people. That's what it said.
Okay, well, she killed herself. That's what they say. I think that's the counting her as part of the 2. I ain't think it's 3. All right, read it again. Go ahead.
It's like, I was reading the active shooter on Wikipedia, and also an active shooter is also somebody that plans to be killed by the police, unallowed by the police, or the unallowed themselves.
Right. They call it suicide by cop, or they're gonna kill themselves. Right, which is how you know it's a goddamn demon, because you're going to destroy people and destroy yourself. Right. The whole psychology behind these school shooters is something ridiculous, and they understand it. Also, somebody else too who came back, Mathia. Right, Mathia. As the brother pulled the article, see if you could find for me what the FBI says about a profile for the school shooters right now. What does the FBI say about the profile for school shooters right now? All right, see if you could find it for me. Hold on, he's not in. Yes, Mathia. See if you could find it for me. All right.
Come.
Go ahead, Shapat.
Sir. The 15-year-old girl alleged to have shot 7 victims, 2 fatally, in an attack on Monday at a Wisconsin Christian school marks the rare occurrence of a female school shooter. According to
slow down. Read it again from the top.
Come Carson. The 15-year-old girl alleged to have shot 7 victims, 2 fatally, in an attack on Monday at a Wisconsin Christian school marks the rare occurrence of a female shooter, female school shooter.
So stop right there. So she hit 7 people, killed 2. So that her herself is not counted as 1. All right, she killed 7, hit 7 people, hit 2. So even though it was a mass shooting, really, according to us, once again, the difference between us and the white man.
Right.
If it's a mass shooting, it means I shot a lot of people. People know how to die to get shot.
Right.
They don't count that as a mass shooting because at least 4 people didn't die. That's the FBI.
Right.
They only count a mass shooting as if 4 people die, and they don't count, of course, gang-related stuff because that's targeted. This is just somebody coming and spraying down the place. At least 4 people has to die for them to count it as a mass shooting. So Sandy Hook was a mass shooting. A few others. Columbine, I think, was a mass shooting. Okay. The other one up there in Buffalo, that would be counted as a mass shooting. Those things would be mass shooting. Go ahead.
What's the guy it was at South Carolina? He in the church.
Dylan Storm Roof. That would be a mass shooting. You get the point? So that's how they view it. But they say it's very rare because this was done by a young girl, and girls don't normally do this type of thing. And there's a whole psychology behind it. Come on.
That was this thing on TikTok. She actually competed in a lot of like gun competitions.
Yep.
So she definitely had aim on her.
She had good aim on her. She was, and Wisconsin is one of them free states. You know what I mean? So of course, her growing up with a gun is like you grew up with a bike or a phone. You get the point? Like she's hip and with it. The other one in Tennessee with the transgender. Remember, his name was Colt, but he was being bullied because he presented as a girl. You remember that in Tennessee? But that's a man who identifies as a woman. But his father was teaching him to go hunt and shoot and all that type of stuff. Matthew, you found anything with the FBI yet?
I've seen the levels of risk. And
do they have a profile shooter?
It has a whole dialogue, like 52 pages. I'm running through it.
Of course, they got 52 pages. Let me see if I can find it out. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I might just have to give it to you for time's sake. I found it before. I just forget where it was. But till this date, the FBI does not have a profile of a school shooter. They're lying to us, we know, because how could you not have a profile but still know enough stats that a girl doesn't normally do this? You are keeping track somehow. You're keeping track to know that in 19 years, over 19 years, only 13 out of 300 and something girls did school shootings. You must be keeping track. We know the profile for a school shooter is what? A white teenage male who has social problems and does not have he's not suave with the ladies. He ain't smooth. He ain't, he's a what they call an incel, right? He's an introvert. He's not really talkative, not popular, not athletically inclined, and stays to himself and play Dungeons and Dragons in a room on a computer. That's your school shooter. Right? That's a profile. You damn near could look down the list of school shooters and they damn near fit the profile. And maybe if he was profiling the school shooters, he would have been able to catch up on this girl because they say it's like, damn, they didn't even see it coming. I bet you if we understood it, we'll see it coming too. We'd be able to figure that thing out. Let me get some more on the article. Go ahead.
According to the data from the FBI and U.S. Secret Service.
Come on.
Police identified the suspect in the shooting at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison as a Natalie Rupnow, a student at the school who went by the name Samantha.
She got a ton of names. Go ahead.
It's a lot. If I may,
come on.
It just so happened this is the second time I've been to Madison, Wisconsin, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right.
It so happened when Jeffrey Dahmer was doing his thing. Come to find out, I was like 8 blocks from him at one point.
You would know once you are. You were straight. Don't even worry about that. You could have been next door to that motherfucker. Like, you straight. You ain't no gay nigga. He was looking for them damn sodomites out.
What's that crazy?
Not the Lord for the woman. Go ahead.
Wisconsin. After allegedly killing a teacher and a classmate and leaving 5 others injured, including 2 students in critical condition, Rupp now died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to police.
Right. She died. She down near off herself once they surrounded her to try to take her in. Killed herself. So she killed 2 people, hit 5, and then killed herself. She was 1 short of being called a mass shooter, whatever. Right? They say a staggering, according to the Justice Department database, a staggering 97.7% of perpetrators of mass shootings from 1966 to 2019. That's how much? 70, 30, 50, what, 53, 52 years? Just about 52 years were male. 97.7% were male. How much of that is white male? They ain't gonna want to tell you. You get the point? They can keep stats when they want to. When they want to, they can't keep these stats, right? What makes female shooters rare and different? Violence Prevention Project co-founder Gillian Peterson, a forensic psychologist and professor of criminology and criminal justice, says school shooters see themselves in the perpetrators behind other tragedies, who have historically been men, who have historically been white men. We can't forget that part, right? These women who do the women's liberation and women's movement, they in protest against black men, they in protest against Chinese men, they in protest against East Indian men. They was protesting against their own white men who was coming home drunk and beating them up, keeping them what? Barefoot and pregnant. It was white men doing that. How all of a sudden, for these school shooters, you drop in the white men. Those same men are now young boys going to school, frustrated, don't have no understanding, have no governor, have nothing keeping them back, no restriction mentally and socially. Not like us. We have restrictions. We have, something to say, nah, I ain't gonna do that, man. Them people didn't mean nothing. Whereas with them, the level of entitlement is like all of y'all had to go. All of y'all are a problem. Every last one of you, just like what? Trump with the immigration. You get the point? Like he's speaking to his own when he says, deport them all. Get rid of so-and-so. You heard about the plane from Haiti that had permanent residents. People who was in the system and legal that they didn't let back in. And it comes from the same train of thought of entitlement. That same train of thought of entitlement that's in him, is in the school shooter, is in the man who's abusing his wife barefoot and pregnant. It's the same thing that's in you. You get the point? And it has largely been white men. And now we're seeing for the first time in a long time. This is not just the first time, but the first time in a long time it's been a white woman. Any more on the article?
Sir.
Go ahead and give me a read. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
It's a very sad but a rare thing to have a female school shooter, said Don Mahalik, a retired senior specialist agent for the Secret Service and an ABC News contributor. Historically, the studies show that typically it's a white male student or former student that ends up committing these acts of violence in schools. The U.S. Secret Service National Threat Assessment Center studied 41 incidents of targeted school violence incidents between 2008 and 2017, including those where no one was injured, and found that 83% of the suspects were male and 17% were female. Another study by the FBI found that the 49 shooters involved in 48 active shooting incidents in the United States in 2023, 98% were male. Among the perpetrators who committed school shootings in 2003 was 28-year-old Audrey Hale, who killed 3 students and 3 staff members at the Covenant School in Nashville, Tennessee, where authorities said she was once a student. Hale owned 7 firearms.
And this is the same girl? Or this is the one from Nashville?
Nashville.
No, the one from Nashville is not a woman.
Right.
The one from Nashville is a transgender.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
Hale owned 7 firearms, including 3 used in the shooting at the private school, according to police. Officials said that Hale was being treated for an unsuspected emotional disorder. Unspecified emotional disorder.
Right. So they all have some sort of, what they say, mental illness, some sort of depression they was going through that makes them do whatever. All right. Let me get some more from this resource here, right?
Okay.
What they say, okay, most school shooters see themselves in the perpetrators behind other tragedies, meaning they identify with other school shooters, right? They say a lot of them, many school shooters study Columbine, for example. You remember the Columbine shooting? That was like the first major global one, right? And they say a lot of them study Columbine, what they did, their ideology, and others after. Virginia Tech, they study is another one. And 2 more, I think they mentioned here, right? Other university shootings they study and look at, and they could identify. They could say, well, I know how that person feels. I get how that person feels, right? Let me get some more. Hold on. Okay, the experts say men are more likely than women to blame on others rather than on their own shortcomings, which could translate into anger and hostility. Also, men are more likely to take physical action when confronted with some sort of conflict. Women are more likely to internalize, get depressed, and go into self-harm when they go through something mental. Now, these men they're talking about here that blame others, these are white men. Black men usually blame who?
Black men.
Or ourselves.
Right. Oh, God.
You get the point? Like, we are not the ones who they're talking about here. You was going to say something?
No, I was going to say black people.
We blame black people, but we usually blame ourselves. We don't blame the entire earth and go blow the earth up. That's them. You understand? They blame everybody around. There's no jobs. The Mexicans taking the jobs. What jobs the Mexicans taking? Landscaping,
all the
cooking in the restaurants, shucking crabs, working in the fields, in the citrus fields. That's the jobs that white people not doing, even if the Mexicans in here. That's them blaming everybody else. You get the point? Okay. And black people who buy into that, they now take on the mark of the beast and now say the same thing about Issachar and Zebulon when that's not true, and everybody knows that's not true. You get the point? Okay. Right? Hold on. Examples of female shooters in recent history. Shootings carried out by female suspects have dotted the headlines in recent years. In 2006, a former U.S. Postal Service employee fatally shot 6 people at a postal facility in California before taking her own life. Same MO. Authorities said writings later found at her home suggested the woman had struggled with mental illness, indicated she believed she was threatened by a conspiracy involving postal employees. Now, how far-fetched is that? You know, you brothers who got ribs, how many times your rib come home and say they don't like me on that job? They plotting against me on that job. Who plotting against it? Them, Keisha's, this one. They calling out the broad name like they DMX. It was Linda, Belinda, Keisha. Everybody hates you on the slavery and plotting against it. That's something most women go through because women don't know how to play nice with each other. This white woman, she went in there and killed everybody. But she was white. You get the point? Okay. That's nothing to forget. Go ahead, Shepard.
Nah, it was Mattheya.
Oh, he's back in?
Okay.
No sweat. Was Mattheya, you holding something?
Yeah, go ahead, sir. I sent you a picture, and it was right when you was talking about how they study Columbine shooting. Now check that out.
Oh shit! Hold on. Okay, I think it just came through. Damn. Check and see if this is AI. God damn. Mattheya, boy, you see why I need you on point, You're dangerous, you know.
Come, sir.
Come, just make sure this is not AI. Because you know this internet now, you have to double check and triple check everything. Yeah, check the source of that picture too, Mattheya. But if that picture is true, the whole study they have on these criminals is absolutely accurate. All right, yeah, Mattheya, please see if you could find the just if you could find that picture. No, was that picture together with hers?
That's a separate picture that they took an old video of him when he was in school.
Okay, see if you could find a video of him in school. Because that picture would say exactly what it is you're talking about. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna just read this little piece. Let me know when you find it. I just want to make sure ain't somebody, trying to stretch the truth. You get the point?
Come.
All right. Right. In 2018, a woman with an apparent grudge against YouTube opened fire at the company's San Bruno, California headquarters, wounding several people before fatally shooting herself. Right. They said women are more likely to carry out attacks in groups or pairs if the target is, made known before, like meaning if it's a plan, right? And also women are more likely to use knives instead of guns. That's what made this one more rare. They say women in their rage choose other weapons like knives or poison versus taking a gun. A gun is a little bit too precise. It's too definite for a woman, because a woman, she wants to make you feel the pain, not necessarily put you to death. You get the point? Like in her mind, I'm going to make you feel pain, but that pain can result in your death. More times, the male shooters, they come in to put you down. They come in to take out as much people as, right? Now, in 1979, there was a so like before that shooting in the postal office, that was one of many that was happening in the postal system. There was one, I think, in the 80s or maybe even late 70s that happened in Oklahoma that coined the phrase going postal. You ever hear the phrase going postal? Going postal comes from them postal workers losing their mind and tearing up the damn place. And there was one that got national attention because he went in there and slaughtered everybody damn near in the postal office, right? So that's where it comes from. And now this is not a school setting. This is a business setting. You understand? Okay. The first two we read there was two women. Did it one in the postal office, and another one went and shut up a YouTube office. So this school shooter phenomenon or mass shooter is not just confined to the young kids in the schools. These oppressors, it carries forth into their adulthood because it's tied to their level of entitlement. And when things don't go their way, somebody got to go, right? In 1979, right, an infamous school shooting perpetrated by 16-year-old Brenda Spencer. She fired out of a window of her San Diego home at children arriving at the elementary school across the street. Now, this is your oppressor. This is your oppressor right here. A lot of you brothers, you all go for this old, shaggy thing, thinking you're finding something great when you just get in the female version of him, the devil, right? You fire at kids going to school across the street. 9 people, including children, were wounded and two adults. The principal and janitor were killed in the attack. It says Spencer began randomly calling homes. Hold on. Salaki. Right. The reporter at the San Diego Tribune began randomly calling homes near the elementary school to talk to potential witnesses. He connected first with Spencer because he didn't know at the time what the hell was going on. Then he calls and he talks to her, the actual girl who did the shooting. This is in 79. After talking for a while, and he got the sense that the shots had come from her house, he asked why she did it. She said, because I just don't like Mondays. Do you like Mondays? It just livens up the day. That's what she told him in 1979. There's some kicker. Some rock group heard the story and went and penned a song. The name of the rock group is Boomtown Rats. The Boomtown Raps. And they went and made a song called I Don't Like Mondays based on what she said. And the song talks about shooting up something and shoot up the place. And I want to shoot Monday up and shoot things up because I don't like Mondays. It's a horrible song. It ain't catchy at all. But it's just to show you the state of the oppressor. They love this type of shit. They love it. They glorify it. This girl here going to be a study like Dharma. They're going to try to find out what tripped this little girl off, because in their mind, she's such a dainty little thing and white woman. She could never do nothing horrible. We know different. We know, a white woman lied on Emmett Till and got him killed. We know a white woman caused Rosewood and destroyed thousands of people. We know a white woman was responsible for Tulsa, Oklahoma, and so much more tragedies with lies. So we ain't surprised that, Karen decided to do it herself. They surprised, just like they surprised with the damn drones. So all these behavior, or aberrant behavior, deviant behavior, lack of any kind of social discipline, it comes from their level of entitlement, their European style of rugged individualism. Look that up too. Rugged individualism. Mathia, you found anything yet?
I just sent you the raw footage.
Oh shit! Just send the link. Okay, where can I find the link?
I sent you the link to the phone.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me find it. Y'all gonna trip when y'all see this one here, brother. Martha, y'all done found the kit and caboodle, according to General Q. You found the whole kit and caboodle, Martha. All right. So everybody see the devil in the picture, right?
Okay.
And remember, the article says these school shooters, they often identify with the shooters from other incidents, right?
Okay.
All right. So this is some footage from Columbine. I want you all to look on the screen and tell me what you notice about this footage here. Anybody at any time. Like, what's so significant about it? Come on.
He has the same shirt on as the girl in the video.
Or she has the same shirt on him. Because
has
Columbine was however long ago. You're right. I'll get that brother. He's sharp as hell. I see we need to put you in the Shamar team. You know what I mean? Y'all see the t-shirt the devil wearing. He was one of them who shot up the school up. He's in the cafeteria. Right? This is 1 year before they shot up the school. See the shirt? AM, the FDM, whatever that is. I don't know. And there she is with the exact same shirt. The exact same shirt. You understand? So when the article says they identify with all the other, shooters and all the other incidents, they're spot on with it. They're absolutely spot on with it. Matthew, where can I see it now. All right, go ahead.
The shirt, the letters on the shirt, it resembles a rock band.
Oh, so it says it's the symbol from a rock band.
Kind of.
But no, she's wearing it because it echoes him, and it echoes Columbine because she just wanted to go in there and exact her rage, which is what these oppressors do. These oppressors exact their rage. Meanwhile, they don't want us to learn about Nat Turner. Remember that. They didn't want us to learn about Nat Turner. When the Nat Turner movie came out, they said this wasn't the right time, this, that, the other. But these oppressors, ain't nobody stopping them from studying other mass shooters, right, and other unalivers and other murderers and other deviants. And they just go on and do it. And she idolized this guy to go get the same shirt he had. Listen, Ford Motor Company discontinued the Bronco for about 20 years, maybe 25 years. When did OJ and that broad die? What year was that?
Like 96.
96, somewhere around there?
96, 95.
So we're talking about what, 30 years? The Bronco just come back out 2 years ago. Right. They discontinued a car from that time. She could still find the shirt. Go ahead,
So like two things if I may, but
please.
In DC, it used to be a popular coat called an Eddie Bauer polar bear, and it was so many unalivings just for that coat that way in Washington State, right on the other side of the country, they discontinued that coat for everybody because there's so many people that was getting killed for it. DC.
See,
but if I may, I'm about to say, I think we had a class about the mass shooting before, right? And it was brought out that they bring out if they want them to stop, why don't they just stop putting them on the news?
Well, okay, you damn near have to because of the victims, because of the parents. You need it. It needs to be on the news for the public outcry, because again, they're going to lobby for gun control. So you ain't going to be able to stop that. However, they're not villainized enough. They're not villainized enough. They're not torn down in the media enough. They're not called cowards and scum enough. Like the boy in the back of the trunk with the DC sniper, Lee Malvo, right? He was torn down more than a lot of these school shooters are. A lot like Dylan Storm, Roof, and all of them. The police took him for burgers. You get the point? The problem is they're not profiling them. They're not saying these young white men who are unstable, who are incels, who are having problems with women, taking it out on us, taking it out on the public, and they must be stopped. That's the profile. The profile is young white men. Now women are getting involved, and now we're finding out through the history that women been involved, and they've all been white women. They've all been white women, not no other race. You get the point? Even the transgender one was a white man. There is a profile for the devil on the earth. There is a profile, and he fits the description. If not, who and where is he? If not, let me see if I get some more in this here. Right, so that Spencer woman, right? Brenda Spencer. The group, struck by Spencer's phrasing, went back to his hotel room and penned "I Don't Like Mondays." The song released in July 1979, and it spent 4 weeks at the top of the singles chart in the United Kingdom. And the song is singing about shooting people. It says it in the song. Spencer, meanwhile, was charged as an adult and pled guilty to two counts of murder. She will be eligible for parole in 2025. Her hearing is scheduled for February. She getting out. She's absolutely getting out. There's no end to these oppressors because they don't call them for what they are. Like, they are the murderers on the earth. They're the deviants on the earth. They're the unstable ones on the earth. They're the devil of the earth.
Right.
That's the end all and be all of it. They would like to say there's no profile for a school shooter FBI when the public knows there's a profile. They all fit the same description. And now we're finding out this girl, she felt she wasn't part of the school. She felt she wasn't accepted. She felt she was depressed, and she went in there and caused carnage. Give me Ezekiel 35:5. Right, Peyton Gendron, the market store, exactly, in New York. Right, Shell, put that in there. Exactly, Peyton Gendron, same way. There was another one who went in a sorority and shut up a sorority, and he was the son of some Hollywood producer. You could look that up. That happened about in maybe 2011, 2012. Right, they always have the same description, the same profile, and this is who they are. Mafia, that was a real good find out. That was a very, very good find, and that's showing you the studies they do, and they already know who the shooter is. They know the profile. They understand it. These are people who idolize former shooters, and you're seeing it right there. She went and got the same T-shirt he got because she wanted to be famous. She wanted to have fame by murdering other people. This oppressor, he's the devil the Bible speaks of. Let me get Ezekiel. Go ahead.
If I may, I'm pretty sure she wasn't even alive when that was going on.
Damn near, because what she's in that. This is a high school she was in, right?
So she had been born in the early 2000s. Exactly.
And this Columbine happened in the 90s.
Awesome.
Yeah, but this is Columbine to her was like, that's how it's done. That's how it needs to be done, which is why we really need to separate from these oppressors, man. We need to separate from them because there's no getting along with them. They can't even get along with each other. Go ahead,
Ezekiel 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their
calamity
in the time that their iniquity had an end. Verse 6. Therefore I, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
Right? As the Lord live, I'll prepare thee unto blood, and blood gonna pursue you. Because of what you did to the children of Israel. That's what you experiencing now, America, is your own chickens coming home to roost. You done was able to murder us and slaughter us for 400 years. Wait, what you think your children is doing now that we're not on the plantation no more? They're gonna turn on each other. They're gonna off each other. They're gonna shed each other's blood in the most gruesome way. And for the life of me, brother, even I could not imagine dropping a child off at school and coming back at around 3 o'clock in the evening to pick them up. And we need to find out that they done got stretched out by somebody who was depressed, who had a bad day, who missed a night of sleep. Now you're gonna make me want to take the whole school down. Go ahead, Al.
Slack, sir. So the blood in this verse right here means like their sins, what they did.
What do you mean?
Like the blood is their sin.
Okay, when you say the blood, okay, read exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, sir. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Well, basically, just like what they did.
Okay, I'll prepare you unto blood, meaning you're going to be prepared for bloodshed. And bloodshed is going to pursue you. It's going to chase you. It's going to follow you wherever you go. Sorry. That's more what it is.
Sorry, because I believe it was last Wednesday. I was Officer Bakwasha went ahead and read this, and I had to break it down. I just want to know if I was off or not.
Okay, more so, just keep it more simple. Read it from the top because thou what?
Sir. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit thou.
No, that's 6, right? That's verse 6.
Say 6. Nah, 6th, right?
That's verse 6.
Verse 6.
Oh, verse 6. Carson.
Give me verse 5.
Come, Carson. Verse 5. Because thou have had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of Israel, sir.
Go ahead.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Shed our blood. Go ahead.
Come, Carson. By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
In a time where we down bad, where we not even strong enough to defend ourselves. That's what the oppressor did to us. Go ahead.
Come. In the time that their iniquity had an end.
And where iniquity had an end, meaning when we came out of Egypt. This here is making a recall to what Amalek did to us. You get the point? Where he slew the hind most of us when our iniquity came to an end. At a time where we was down bad. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto
Where's
blood.
the part where he say, because thou hast not hated blood? Oh, it's in 6. Go ahead.
Come. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. And thou hast not hated blood.
Sith, thou hast not hated blood.
Sith, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right, Sith meaning like since. Right? That's what it means. Like since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Meaning you ain't hate shedding blood. And that's to show you he's not like us. The average Israelite, you do something, like that, you're going to feel a type of way. You're gonna have some type of like, damn, I can't believe I did that. You're going to have some nightmares. You might need to get some therapy. You might start abusing alcohol or drugs to get it off of you. He go to work the next day. Jeffrey Dahmer was going to work the next day. He was going home. He was saying hi to people and shit. You get the point? Like we not like him. And he's saying, since you don't like blood, blood is going to pursue you. You don't want to, since you don't hate blood, since you don't hate what you're doing, you don't hate yourself for what it is you're doing, blood going to pursue you. You're going to have this to deal with. You understand? This is what you're going to have to deal with. Another thing, the FBI don't call this what? Terrorism. They don't describe this as terrorism. And this is terrorism. You terrorizing the kids. Brother, they showed this young brother, he probably about 10 years old, on the news and talking about what he heard. And you could tell they clean him up because right below his nose bridge right here is snot. The rest of his face clean. And he in the camera, his eyes big as shit behind them glasses. And he's saying, yeah, I heard this and I heard that. He talking real calm, like he trying to hold it together. But right here, under his nose bridge, right here, is the little snot line. Which means he was crying snot out. You know how terrified he got to be? These is the oppressors. Give me what I asked for, rugged individualism.
Oh, sir. Rugged individualism. Derived from individualism is a term that indicates that an individual is self-reliant and independent from outside, usually government or some other form of collective assistance or support.
Right, read it one more time.
Sir. Rugged individualism. Derived from individualism. It's a term that indicates that an individual is self-reliant and independent from outside, usually government or some other form of collective assistance or support.
Right. This here is a very American standard, and it's a Eurocentric standard. It's typical of Europeans. Survival of the fittest, only the strong survive, meaning you have to be a strong individual. You have to be a standout. You have to be that dude. You have to be that thing, which is how America is really structured. It's structured where even the sports, the combines, you had to go there and work and score your own mark, right? Remember in the NBA, the Fab Five. You remember Fab Five with Jalen Rose and not Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose was in it. Chris Webber. I forget the rest of them.
Dwight Howard. I mean, not Dwight Howard.
Juwan Howard. Right? It's five of them, and they decided they was going to stick together and choose the school they want to go to. And what did America do? Make sure that could never happen again. Because you have to be an individual because it's easier to take advantage of you as an individual. What else happens when you're an individual? You don't have a connection to the collective. You don't have a support system. You don't have some sort of, you don't have some feeling of family or affinity. So now it's easy for you to go to a school you've been going to for 5 years. You've seen other people come in their classes and you just decide you're going to take their life. This is their whole system of being an individual and thinking for yourself. You ever hear how they talk about us? You all in that cult, you all have a pack mentality. Yes, we do. Right. And that's why that shit ain't going to never happen in here. Because who the hell I'm going to look in your face tomorrow after I done put your children down or your ribs down or your brothers down? Who I'm going to look to now? I can't do that to my people. But them, these oppressors here, they don't have that connection, not even with their own family. Not even with their own family. They don't, like, these oppressors didn't think, I can't do that to my parents, man. After the last shooting in Detroit, where they start charging the parents, this fool here, she didn't give a damn about her mother or father. She didn't care. And it comes from America's rugged individualism. We have to separate from this place, man. We absolutely do. We used to the white man being the shooter. Now Karen jumping. Karen had to get her licks in. The LGBTQ don't get it in already. We have to separate from these people. There's no getting along with them. And their problems is not our problems. Just like our problems is not theirs. We have our schools is full of what? Metal detectors. And you have some schools, you can't go to school with a regular book bag, like, the regular nylon book bag like this. You got to get a plastic book bag that's see-through. But these devils, they don't, for sure they didn't have that, because how she got the gun in the school? Where's the metal detector for her? Where's the wanding down and the pattern down for her? The problems we have that they like to put on us they need to put it on them. They need to profile them. They need to search them. They need to pat them down. They need to pass them through the, different points of entry, and somebody had to, verify if they could come into the school or not. This ain't got nothing to do with us, man. Like that there, brother, she went and copied the whole Columbine thing. It's ridiculous. And they wouldn't call her a terrorist. They wouldn't call none of the men who did it before terrorists. The white man is the devil, man.
Right.
And we should separate as soon as possible. With that, that's it. No more questions, right? Nobody else. With that, we pass the class over to priest and officer I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're here to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves in the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ishra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, Feast of the Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. This Wednesday, Wednesday the 25th of December, 2024, for 8 days. You can find this in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 through 61. Also, we have the Lord's 56th annual Passover coming up in Atlanta, Georgia on April the 12th. It's going to be a week-long event. April the 12th is that Saturday. Make sure you get your hotel, book your hotels, make all your travel arrangements. You know what I'm saying? To prepare yourself for the Passover fee. It was $200 last year. So if you get yourself $200 together, should be pretty good off of that.
It might be more. Just get at least 200 ready. It might be more. Go ahead. Next week, next Wednesday, go ahead. Hanukkah in Philadelphia. Command John Yahanna going to be doing the Feast of Hanukkah live from Philly. If you could make it down, man. You're going to be doing it live from Philly next Wednesday, December 25th from 7 p.m. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Sloggy, make sure you pay your tithes.
Damn right.
You got anything else you want to
That's it.
Come on, sir. Go out there and check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K. events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, or scarf. And with that, I say I might, which means
just the Lord's Prayer.
Lord's Prayer?
Yeah.
Come on, sir. Want to say the Lord's Prayer? Somebody.
Got it?
Set it back. Yes. Here we go.
Just put the phone on the seat. And the seat behind.
We'll say the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Balak Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Barataza. Kawah. Hayah. Shemayim. Tanana. Lakam. Now. Rom. Rock now. Kabawaf now. Kasalak. Kabawaf. Wala'ah. Wala'ah. I'm say what? Abo, I'm saying that. Kaya, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapar, Lawalanium, Amon.
In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us.
And forgive us our debt.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And
lead us not
into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Well,
so be it.
So be it. Psalm, which means the turn. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat, Michael, Barak, Yahanna, Shimi, Abshah, Rakata, Yahya Matar, class dismissed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. No, sir.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're...
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
I read what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening, is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jake. So time war, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him, this shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.